Hey y'all, what is up? Welcome back. It's been a while. I didn't feel like being on YouTube, I guess, is the first thing I have to say. I'm super out of practice. I've only been gone for like a month. But no, I guess it's been a little more than a month. I did pre-film some videos, so some of the videos you would have seen at the end of July were pre-filmed, and the beginning of August were pre-filmed. But I'm super out of practice because I try not to do the and do the filler words because I don't like that, and they kind of hammer it into you in when you're going to get your teacher's degree not to do that because it's really annoying and people can tell in your speech when you're just trying to add filler, and it's much better to just leave silence. And I'm already on a tangent. Here we go. Okay. I am sitting here. I have my tea. I'm not feeling good. I have a little bit of a sore throat. I'm struggling with some allergies lately and I'm not really sure what they're from, but this morning I woke up with kind of like an eye irritation happening, and then I started developing a sore throat around supper time, and I'm just not feeling well. So I was sitting here and I'm watching Hobonichi unboxings from 2021, from like last year this time, and I thought I kind of want to jump on and show you guys my face and apologize for being gone. And I know I don't need to like explain it, but my childhood dog passed away in the middle of July, and I really struggled. I'm still struggling with it. And after my grandfather passed away in November of 2020, I was off YouTube for like a month or so, and I'd come back, and then when Mia passed, like I just started thinking about like, why do I share? Why do I track my stats once a month? Like I write down how many followers and like followers on Instagram and subscribers on YouTube that I have. Like, why do I do that? Is there a reason that I'm doing that? Like I never set out to be like YouTube famous or Instagram famous or an influencer or like whatever you want to call it. I really started this YouTube channel because I wanted to be able to speak more eloquently. Like I wanted to be able to express my thoughts and practice not being the and and all of that stuff, and to develop a new skill like of editing videos and filming videos and, you know, having a schedule and all that stuff. And really and truly I share on Instagram as a log for myself. I don't know if I've ever talked about it, but my memory planner, you guys have seen me sticker my memory planner, but all of the pictures in my memory planner, or like 90% of them, come straight from my Instagram stories. Like that's where I get my memories. Like I post to stories and I go back in that archive, and that's how I create my memories. So I took a step back and I had to reevaluate. So I've actually stopped tracking my stats. I'm not really looking at my follower count. I use a few hashtags here and there because I know that when I go to look for things on Instagram, I use the hashtags. So I thought, okay, well, if anybody is ever looking for anything like what I'm doing, like I want to be able to find it, so they probably want to be able to find it too. So I am still using like a few hashtags, but before I would have like 25, like I think you can put 30 on an Instagram post. I would have like 25 hashtags, and it was just all these things that were popular in the planner community, and I just figured out that I didn't want to be what was popular in the planner community. And back in May, when the Erin Condren planner was launching, I promised myself that I wouldn't get into the hype of it all. But I did, and I didn't buy too much, but I bought a few things, and I bought a planner, and I don't even remember what all I bought because I got so into the hype of it that sorry about that, guys, my alarm's going off. I got so into the hype of it that I bought things, and in reality, I've moved away from Erin Condren, those big giant planners. I really truly have moved away from that. I don't need that much space. I'm not going to university anymore. I don't have to track assignments and work life and all of these things. I literally just track, and I say track like I plan like what school I'm going to. And especially this summer where I didn't work this summer. I took the summer off because I am a supply teacher. So, you know, I was going to go back to my summer job, but they were only hiring students, and I'm not a student anymore. I'm out in the working world. I did my time. I did my 18 years of schooling, my 6 years of university, and I'm done. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna take the summer off. I'm going to spend time creating and gardening and working out and planning a wedding, because I planned another wedding. And really, I say planned another wedding, but it was already planned. But yeah, so we got married again in our big giant ceremony. Giant, we had 50 people. But our ceremony that we had, I got to wear my wedding dress, and we got our cake, and we did our caterer, and we got to have all of our people, and New Brunswick opened up, so my people from Ontario got to come, my family from Ontario, and it was a good day. But our ceremony last year, we just had a little tiny ceremony, was perfect. And I look back now and I'm like, did I really need this big ceremony this year? No, but I'm gonna smush together the good things from both ceremonies and think of it that way. Sorry, my throat is really sore. But yeah, so I was sitting here and I was sewing a cover. I've started making covers for myself. I'm not selling them. I will not sell them. They're hella hard to make. But I'm sewing a cover for my A6 Hobonichi. And my needle broke and my thread got stuck here, and I'm tired, and I've done all of this already tonight. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to take a break. I'm watching these Hobonichi unboxings. I am not buying my Hobonichi. Actually, I'm not buying a Hobonichi this year at all. Well, I am, but I'm not. I'm not buying a planner. But I'm not purchasing, like, the release. I'm filming this on the 4th. The final release was yesterday. And I won't be purchasing in September, October. I'm thinking November, like around the end of November time is when I will purchase, because that'll give me enough time for it to get here and all of that. But what I wanted to talk to you guys about was what I was gonna get. And I should probably actually start this video, I'm 8 minutes in, start this video, by showing you what I'm using. I've hinted on Instagram that I did go back to an A6 Hobonichi, which is hilarious because I used an A6 Hobonichi for my 4-month student internship, and it was the most consistent I've ever been, and it's a daily planner, and I don't like daily planning. So what I do is I bullet journal, so I make a weekly on a Sunday, or if I have like a Saturday Sunday spread or a Sunday Monday spread. Like this week coming, I will not be planning anything on Labor Day. My husband and I are just gonna chill, so I'm gonna do a 2-page spread because Sunday and Monday just happen to line up, so I'll do a 2-page spread. But I plan out the week, and then during the day I'm almost like memory keeping. So I do the timeline on the dailies, and then I've been journaling every day and tracking my spending up. I'm not opening it because I do journal in it, but this is what it looks like. And my driver's license is in there. I'm kind of using it as a wallet as well. I hate when people do this on videos, so I'm not going to do this for very long. But for instance, there's my weekly over here, and then my dailies. So I track my spending on the top there, and I've been doing sleep tracking and habit tracking. So I've been tracking like movement, if I go to the gym or I do yoga or something, if I'm meditating, and if the day was good, neutral, or bad. And yeah, so I've just been kind of doing that. Like this is where I will put my 2-page weekly spread here because the Sunday and the Monday just happen to fall on the same 2-page spread, I guess. And yeah, so I've been using this since the 19th of July. The size is really nice. It's really compact. Fits in my purse. Like I said, I put my cards in there. I have like 4 cards. All my cards are on my phone. So put my cards in there. I'm kind of using it as a wallet. I bring it with me everywhere I go anyways. And I've always done that if I had a planner that fit in my purse. So that's what I'm using. I haven't super shared, like I've shared a few pictures on Instagram, mostly of my covers. I probably won't share my spreads, and I definitely won't share my journaling. I don't know what happens to me when I share a planner. All of a sudden, I'm like not into it anymore. And I tested the waters with this one. I posted a few like stories, and I knew they'd be gone in 24 hours. And then I was okay, like I did another week or 2 or whatever. And then I posted like on my actual feed, and I kept it just like that. Like I think I did the cover. So I've been very, very slow at sharing this. Obviously, I've been in it for almost 2 months. So yeah, maybe if I say it out loud, I'll hear how ridiculous that sounds. Like once I share my planner, I stop using it. I lose interest in it. It sounds stupid, but that seems to be what happens. So I'm completely out of my Erin Condren. I haven't even pulled it out. I looked at my boxes over there. Not using my bullet journal that I set up for the academic year at all. Haven't touched it. I'm still using my memory planner. I do that like every 2 weeks-ish right now. I actually just set up an old recollections that I redated. I just stickered. I only have 6 months in there. So let's talk about what I want to get from Hobonichi. So I think I'm going to order end of November-ish. And I really, really want to get the A6 5-year. And I've wanted to get it for a while. Like when I first started with Hobonichi, I wanted to get actually the A5 size because that's the size that I was in at the time. So probably like 2019, I wanted to get the A5. And I think that was the first year that the A5 came out. It was either 2018 or 2019. I'm not 100% sure, but I wanted to get the A5, but it's really expensive. So, and I wasn't sure if I would commit to it. So obviously I didn't get it. Sorry, I'm looking at my computer because I want to remember all the things that I know what I'm getting, but I want to look at them as I'm talking to you about them. Yeah, it's $69 Canadian for the A5 size 5-year. A5 sized 5-year journal. Yeah, that was hard to say. And I was like, oh, that's a big commitment. Like, will I do it? Is it too big? Maybe I should get the A6 size, but is that too small? You know, and now that I've used Hobonichi for quite a few years, I think I'm on like my 3rd year of Hobonichi, like on and off. Obviously, that is not in a row. And I've tried all 3. I've tried Weeks. I've actually tried the Weeks Mega too. I've tried A6. I've tried the English, the Japanese, and now I'm doing the Avec right now. And I've tried the Cousin. I kind of know what I like, and I love the Weeks, but I have to be in a certain like frame of mind for the Weeks. I don't know, like sometimes it works for me and sometimes it doesn't. So right now the A6 is my groove, and I'm bullet journaling in it, and that is fine and dandy. For next year, I actually have a blank notebook that I've bought, and I bought it from Jet Pens, and I talked about it briefly on Instagram. And it just looks like this. I put the vinyl on there, and it's called CD Notebook, and it's not Tomorrow River paper, but it's like this really smooth paper. So I only set that up for 6 months. I only put the monthlies in it just in case I change my mind. So yeah, so I want to get the 5-year touch-out in the A6 size. So it's 2022 to 2026. All right, so sorry, this angle is going to be wrong. I had to pee, and I have you propped up on my rubber glove that I use for sewing and my leftover sticker book. So it's not going to be perfect, and I'm sorry. This was a very spur of the moment, no planning thing I'm doing right now. So I want the 5-year A6 touch-out, and a big part of me is like, you really should have gotten it when you wanted to get it in 2019, because you would have been able to not only track like or not track, but like keep memories of your first year of teaching, but also the pandemic. And then this year has just been like up and down, a roller coaster and all of that stuff. But at the same time, I'm kind of like, do I want a record of that anyways? Like, this school year, the 2020-2021 school year, I'm calling the year from hell. And this school year was actually technically my first full year of teaching, because the 2019-2020 school year, half of it I was student teaching, 2.5 months of it I was supplying, but we stopped March 13th. So I missed like all of March, April, May, and June of 2020, the 2020 school year. Like we didn't have it. So technically this year was my first year of teaching, and I am referring to it as the year from hell, and I will continue to refer to it as the year from hell, because it sucked. It really sucked. Not just because of the pandemic, for other reasons. But I'm kind of like, do I really want to remember that? So no. And I'm going into this school year reminding myself that it's okay to be a supply, and actually kind of understanding the people that go into teaching just to be supply teachers, because you don't have to lesson plan. You go in, you have no respect from the kids, but after like being in a long-term teaching position, which is anything over 20 days, I was in one for 8 weeks, and I was with kids that I've known for 2 years, that I've taught on and off supply teaching for 2 years. So after being in that and still getting no respect, I'm like, is it any different when I'm supply teaching? So you don't have to lesson plan. You go in, you do the thing, you teach. You don't have to worry about the outcome of the lesson. And even sometimes you're not doing a lesson. I know I've gone to plenty schools that the teachers don't know me, so they don't leave me a lesson. They're going out on a day that the kids have all day to write their papers or to do research, or they're finishing up this thing, or they just give me like, you know, things to waste some time, because they don't want the kids to do anything important when there's a supply there. But I know the schools that I frequent, they will leave me lessons. But as a supply teacher, you don't necessarily need to worry about the outcome of that lesson, because it's not your class. You're not doing the report cards, you're not doing the grading, you're not doing any of that stuff. So as a supply teacher, you can kind of go in, do the thing, and then come home, and you don't have to take up brain space on that day. And I think a lot of this year I took up brain space, and I'm going into this year with a more positive mindset. I know what I'm doing. I can say no to the jobs that I don't want, and I'm going to say yes to the jobs that I do want. And I think I'm going to try to remind myself every day to leave energy and to leave space for me to do the things that I love when I get home. Because all this year I came home and I'd be home by like 3:30, and I'd just be exhausted. I'd lay on the couch because it took up so much mental space to be at school all day, and just the anxiety, it takes up so much mental space. So yeah, so I want the 5-year techo. I want to write down what happened. I want it to be a record of the day, but I also want it to be like, I will write down one good thing that happened every day, kind of a gratitude journal, but like not really, because I won't be writing down like what I'm grateful for, but I'll be writing down one good thing. And even if that one good thing is like, I played basketball with the kids outside on duty, like, you know what I mean? Like something just simple like that. The teacher had a really comfortable chair. I got to have my favorite lunch, things like that. So I want the A6 because it's small and I like that size, and I know I like that size. So definitely want to get that. And I was trying to think of a way to get the pen. I really want the pen. And a friend of mine had offered me one of hers, and I was like, oh, okay, perfect. But then I was thinking about it. When I started setting up my memory planner, I realized I only have till June 2022. So I need something to start in July anyways. I don't really want another recollections planner. I'm not buying another Erin Condren. and I don't want a happy planner. I'm using a happy planner as our budget book right now, and I hate the discs, and I already know that I hate the discs, so that's my own fault. So I'm thinking about getting the cousin, but the day-free one. So the day-free one is, I think I watched Robin Talks from the Heart. She said that in the cousin, the weekly columns are 9 grid spaces, and in the day free, it matches up. So if you do 9 grid spaces, it's the same 1.3 inches that are in the cousin weekly columns. So that's perfect. I can resize all my kits because I do printable kits. You guys know I have a video on how I resize my printable kits from an Erin Condren to a cousin. So I thought about just grabbing that, and like this planner that I have, this Recollections planner, I had to redate it because it's a 2020 planner. So I had to redate that. So I'm like, I'm putting date covers in anyways. I sticker it all up. I'm putting the dates in. So why not? That way I get the pen. It's $28. It's going to be cheaper than a Recollections, a Happy Planner, like whatever I would get from Michael's. So, you know, win-win. And I like the size. I have covers for it, right? Covers that I want to use. So, Techo, Hobonichi Techo, cousin, day free. Gonna grab that, get the pen with it. And the 5-year comes with the spoon. I think the cousin will too. I don't know what to do with that. I'm trying to be a little more minimalist and not have stuff that I don't use around, but we'll just keep it. I'm not getting any covers, although I love the Bloom cover this year in the A6 size, but I don't need any more covers. I'm making leather covers like they're coming out of my ears. Like I literally just got 3 new hides for less than it costs to make or to buy a cover. Like I'm looking at a leather cover and it's like $111, and I paid like $6 per hide. I got one hide that was $17 because it's bison. So if you don't like leather, I apologize. I like leather. I'm not vegan. I'm not any of those things. So I use leather covers. I enjoy leather covers. I appreciate what that animal has gone through. And I really appreciate my leather covers, and I love them. But yeah, I really liked the Bloom. I liked the Reflect, but I already have the Search and Collect, and I don't like the button on the Reflect. I don't like cats. I'm allergic to cats. I think that's part of my allergy problem right now. Not Bloom, Blossom. I like the Blossom cover. It's the blue one with the little tassels, and I think I would wreck the tassels. And it's got little yellow flowers with the beige vines, and it's beige on the inside. So I really liked that one, but I don't need any more covers. And they didn't do the World Folk pattern this year. Like they didn't do one, and that's kind of the covers I get. So no covers for me. But what I really want to get this year is some drawer pouches. So I've been looking at the drawer pouches for forever. I have a small one. I have the Dolphin Blue, and I use this religiously. It sits on my table beside my planner. It's got my color code in it, and it's got all the things that I set my weekly up with. So I have that right there. But I would like an Ane, I think. And I think I want the champagne one, and that's the one with the little pearl on the, words are hard, on the wristlet part of it. So it's got the little pearl on it, and I really enjoy that. And I don't really know what I want it for. I was thinking a wallet. So I might change my mind before November comes, because I might just get another small one. And I might have that one for more of like art journaling. But I feel like the NA would be a better size for that, because I do a lot of stamping and watercoloring, and I feel like the small pouch would be too small. So we'll see. And I would really like a container one, and that would be for all of my leatherworking stuff. Because right now I have it in like one of those cloth bins from the dollar store, and it all just kind of goes in there and gets really jumbled up. So I would love to have like the little spots for all of my most used punches and things. But I can't decide if I want the yellow one or the desk garden one. I have a yellow Delphonics pouch, and my small drawer pouch is blue. So the desk garden one is kind of like a good mixture. It's green, but it's got little beads, and it's got like little purple flowers and little blue. Sorry, the dog just got up. Little blue parts, and the inside is beige. So I thought it would go with the things I already have, but the yellow would go with the things that I already have as well. So I don't know. I'm still looking at them. They only have the 7 colors. They have like a black, a turquoise. They have the peacocks one, and I don't like peacocks. I don't like pink, and I don't really want the penguins one. So pretty limited on options. And I don't like the turquoise one because the inside is pink. I don't like pink. So there's that. So yeah, I want a few drawer pouches. If I get a large or small one, I want the flower lace because I've regretted not getting that cover since I saw it in like 2018 or 2019. So I will get a flower lace one if I get a large or a small. I'm going to get a container one for my leather stuff, and then I'm trying to decide if I want the large one or if I want the Ane for kind of like I have like a planner one, a planner drawer pouch, and I want kind of a art journaling one. So we'll see. Sorry I keep shaking the phone. My alarm keeps coming up, so. All right. And then some other things I was thinking about. I think I would like to grab that new notebook because it's very pretty and I love the new pattern on it. It's got the like folky, you know, there's like a girl and a horse and a tree, and I just thought it looked cute. So just thinking about that. And I think I'm going to get some A6 folders for my stickers because right now they're just kind of in my cover, and I would like to like pull out the whole folder and have all my stickers in there instead of trying to fish them out. But I don't like any of the ones from this year. I really didn't like a lot of the things from this year, which is unfortunate, but like nobody can please everybody, right? So I want the ones from a few years ago, and for some reason I feel like I already bought these, but I can't find them for the life of me. So I'm gonna look before I buy them again, or maybe I'm buying them for the first time. But they are called, I'm just gonna look for them here. They are Hobonichi folder set by, I'm gonna say this wrong, Naiko Horiguchi for A6 size. They're $5. If I buy them again and I have doubles, like it's not a huge big deal. Like if I was like losing my 5-year journal, that would be a different story. But just the folders, and I might have not have bought them. Like I might have put them back. So I'd like to get one of those. I don't need any cover on covers. I don't need any stencils. I would like to get the photo album and the card case. Again, both of those are like $5. So I don't know, like I'm thinking about like the card case for my stickers from my shop when it was open. Like my stickers would fit perfectly in that card case, and then I could put some other stickers in the big one. And I'm making a TN right now, an A6 TN. So I just was thinking about that, like playing around with that idea. And yeah, I think that's it. Like I always find some cool things, and I'll order like some little cool things, you know, but I don't want to go overboard this year because there's no point. Like I change my mind very frequently. I'm hoping I won't change my mind because I'm really enjoying the A6 and how I'm using it. I am realizing that the actual Techo, the bottom bars, I don't know how else to explain it, but I like the Techo, but they put in these quotes on the bottom, and then it's dated, obviously. It's a dated daily book, but I'm very limited on how I can put in my Bujo spreads, right? Because it takes up a lot of real estate on the bottom there and on the top. So, you know, I'm just kind of realizing that what I really need is a plain notebook, and I just need to put my months in the front, and that's what I did with this little book. So I need an overview because I like to have an overview. It's just something I put in, and I put those in with Studio LTV stamps. And I also need a pay schedule because I'm a supply teacher, I've said that, but my district is still in the Stone Ages. So the 2 weeks that I work, I don't get paid for another 3 weeks for those 2 weeks. So I need to know like how many days I work so I can estimate like what I'm getting on that paycheck so I can do some semblance of a budget. And then I just have my monthlies laid out, and it's literally exactly like a Hobonichi, and I actually did it exactly like an Avec, so I have until July 2022, and that just gives me like a little bit of extra planning space. And then it's blank. So I saved a 2-page spread for goals, and then I kind of marked tracker because I've been enjoying tracking, and it's a simple tracker. It's like the first iteration of it was movement, gardening, headspace, and something else. And then I was tracking whether the day was good, neutral, or bad, and I was tracking my sleeping hours, if I was getting like 6 to 12 hours, like whatever I was getting. So it's a really simple iteration, and then they're blank. It's blank. And then in the back, I kind of did a few spreads that I think I would like. So I just kind of laid them out. I just wanted to see what they look like. So there's one. There's a vertical and then an hourly. So if I had 3 columns, obviously I would have to stack Saturday and Sunday. But if I had 4 columns, then I could do a sidebar and then all the rest of the days. I have one like this. It's kind of got like a weather and a meal tracker down here. I really enjoy this one in my Hobonichi right now. And then I have some horizontal ones. So this one is resembles the weeks with 7 days on this side, and then I would have a blank page. I was just seeing what it would look like if I sectioned off and I had a 2-page horizontal, kind of like what the Katie Daisy looks like. So she's got like if this was 4 and 4, she's usually got like a notes, and then it's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, like that. So just kind of have that. I have grid space in the back too, and then a test page. This is really, really nice paper. It's really smooth. This, I bought 3 notebooks, and it's so funny because this has the least amount of pages. This has 94 pages, and it's the thickest. And then the Midori has 162 pages, I think, and it's a little bit thinner. And then the thinnest one is the Stalogy, and it's a half year, so it has 192 pages, and it is the thinnest one. So this one has the least amount, but it's the thickest, and the Stalogy has the most, but it's the thinnest. So it's super duper weird. But I wanted to use this one first because I've used a Stalogy, and the Midori looks like Tomoe River paper, so I really wanted to use this one. Plus I'm thinking about using the Midori as a journal because it's so small, but if I get the 5-year, I probably won't have another journal other than that, because I really only like write about how the day was and stuff and how I was feeling. So yeah, that's it. I wanted to come on and chat. I've been thinking about how to come back onto YouTube, and I've been thinking about like what I can share, because I really don't even know how to post about my planner, because like I journal in it. So like this next week I could share it, I could film it, and I could share it, this weekly setup. But I've been loving just like setting it up here by myself in my living room on the floor where I am right now. This is not my normal background. But yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I'd like to come back to sharing. I just don't know what to share. So yeah. So if you guys could tell me what you'd like to see, I'll share when my Hobonichi order comes in. I don't know how I feel about those videos anymore, because to me that feels really like consumery. And I know when I watch unboxings, or typically when I watch unboxings, I feel the need to go and buy the thing that I'm watching somebody unbox, because you get FOMO, right? But I've been trying to like sit with it, and sit with being uncomfortable, and sit with waiting, And like, it's been a really good practice in impulse control for me, because I have horrible impulse control. I'm like the worst snacker on the planet. Oh, there's my husband. Sorry about that. My husband just came home. I don't remember what I was saying, but basically I've been trying to not go out and just like impulse buy. And that's because I'm trying to change the way I view money, and I'd really, really like to start one paying off debt. We don't really have debt. We don't have student loans or car loans or anything like that. We have our mortgage. But we do have a line of credit that my husband just put a truck on, and we have bought everything to redo our bathroom, and we've been putting on the line of credit, and we pay way over the minimum payment for that, and that's great. And I have about $500 left on my MacBook, so that'll be done being paid off in like January or February. It just depends how the interest racks up on me, because the loan I got from the Jump Plus store, like the Apple store, is weird, and the way they explain, I don't get it. I don't get bang speak. But I would love to get like $10,000 in savings. Like, that's really a big goal. And like, obviously we're not going to do that while we're trying to pay off this debt, and it's not big debt, which I'm really thankful for. But I'd like to get it paid off, and I'm not going to do that if I keep buying things that I don't use. And that's just, you know, that's just it. So trying to think about money a little bit differently. If you want, I have been following the LA Minimalist on Instagram for about a year, and I really enjoy how she reframes the conversation about minimalism. And like, I'm not a minimalist in the even the most basic sense. I'm not a minimalist at all, but I'm trying to have less stuff, because it clutters my mind and it clutters my house, and I don't like it. So I am trying to have less stuff. I'm trying to use up what I have. I'm trying to get rid of the things that don't bring me joy. Like, I went out the other day and I needed just one pair of dress pants, capri dress pants, for school when school starts, because my dress pants suck and they're starting to like pill and stuff. So I will keep them for backup in case like these new ones that I got rip. But people kept trying to shove tops in my face, and I'm like, I don't need any tops. I wear the same 8 tops over and over and over again because I'm picky. I get too hot when I'm in schools, and I like what I have already, so I'm just like, I don't need any tops. But I do need pants, and the pants that I like have a real button and a real zipper, and they're capris. They come to just below my knee because I get too hot. I get too hot when I'm teaching. It's something that happens. It's whatever. But instead of just saying like, oh my God, I love that top. Oh my God, that looks so cute. Oh my God, you know, and just buying it, trying not to do that, and like use up the things that I have, and, you know, not go buy 1,000,001 candles from Bath and Body Works because I already have 1,000,001 of them. And, you know, just little things like that. No more washi. I don't need to buy any more washi. I don't need to buy any stickers because I can print and make whatever I want. No more buying leather planners because I can buy a hide of leather for $6 and make my own, you know? So things like that. But again, I need to stop buying hides of leather because now I have like 40 million planner covers that I've made. So stuff like that. So I would suggest going over and following the LA Minimalist. She really talks about, you know, when FOMO hits, like sitting with it, thinking about it, letting it get uncomfortable, and then seeing if it passes. If it doesn't pass, go buy the thing, but seeing if it passes. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. And you never know, by November I might be like, no, I don't want a 5-year commitment. I'm good with that, thanks. But I might still want it. I've been wanting it for a few years, and that's usually what happens with me with Hobonichis. I wanted the cousin for a few years. I finally got it. I loved it. I didn't want the A6, but I got it and I loved it. So yeah, this has been a very long chat, If you've made it this far, thank you. I appreciate you. I'm doubtful that anybody has made it this far because I've just been rambling for however many minutes I've been rambling. But let me know down below what you are getting in the Hobonichi release, and let me know what you're sitting with right now. Let me know what's making you uncomfortable and what you're trying to just be with right now. Yeah. I will be back in some capacity or other in the next little bit, and you will see more of me. But until then, bye y'all.